Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you all to this highly anticipated decision on high impact solution, scaling approaches that transform systems, regional perspectives on youth, engagement in policy and advocacy. Okay, my name is Mr. Nicholas Kisambo, and I'm honored to serve today as the moderator of these sessions. So today we gather to explore how sustainable and organic farming practices can only enhance our communities on resilience against climate and environment shocks, but also create a meaningful employment opportunities for young people. We will also look at how blue circular economy, digital innovation, and youth-driven advocacy are shaping the future of agriculture and climate action in Kenya and across the region. Okay, as we all know that agriculture remains the backbone of all economies, especially in our Republic of Kenya. But it's also it's also at the front line. It's also at the front line of climate change. So today, as you know, across the continent, young people are stepping up, they are innovating, they are organizing, and even building enterprises that blend economic opportunities with environment sustainability. Yet, they still face challenges in scaling these efforts and embedding them into policy systems is still a major problems. That's why this session today we've decided to to bring it today. It is all about connecting the grassroots innovation and systematic change, where we are going to highlight the regional pathway through which young people can influence policy, can influence practice, and have a long-term sustainability. With me here today, we are going to focus on three goals today. Number one, that will show the purpose of this session. Number one, we are going to share the practical insights on how sustainable and organic practices can be scaled up in our communities. We are also going to understand how youth engage in policy and advocacy and how they can transform agricultural systems. We are also going to explore how innovation in the blue circular economy can drive both environmental protection and the decent life, measuring on women and young girls in our societies. As we discuss all this, we are going to measure on the three key sustainable development goals: SDG number 13, that is climate action; SDG number 14, life below water; and SDG number 8, that is decent work and economic growth. So to help me unpack these themes, I'm joining in with an incredible group, an incredible team of panelists who will bring deep experience, who are creative and have passionate to this space. I'm joining here with Mr. John Wabwire Shikuku. John Wabwire Shikuku is a policy and an advocate, is a policy advocate and a sustainability champion who is deeply involved in the promoting green governance and agricultural transformation within his community. He will help us understand how policies and governance structure can empower youth and farmers to drive the sustainable change. I'm also joining in with Mr. Lucas Omala. Mr. Lucas Omala is an agri-tech innovator. He's a youth entrepreneur who is passionate about transforming farming system through digital tools, agribusiness innovation, and even in climate smart techniques. I will also be joining in with Miss Fleria. Miss Fleria, she is a strong voice for gender and youth empowerment. Fleria works at the intersection of sustainable livelihoods, women participation, and even community-based environmental actions. And then finally, I have Mr. Meshak Msumba. Mr. Msumba is a dedicated community leader. He's also an advocate for climate resilience and a grassroots innovator. Is majorly focusing on local solutions that uplift the small scale holders. Those are particularly farmers along the coastal communities through the blue economy. So our conversation will flow through several key themes, starting with the organic climate smart farming. I believe all the four participants on this are doing organic farming, and then we shall move to youth engagement and advocacy, and conclude the focus on scaling high impact on solution across Kenya and the regions that we are coming in. So as we continue, I will invite each of our panelists to share their perspectives, whereby I will start with Mr. John. John, welcome and introduce yourself. John?
Okay, me, I'm John Wabwires Kuku, as it has been said, working in policy, advocate in various sectors, and we shall be talking about the climate and agriculture policies and how they can help the youth in our society to help in the co-creation and the system change that we need to see in the rural areas, because we have to start from the ground as we move further. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. John. As I said earlier, Mr. John is a key stakeholder and a policy advocate and sustainability is a champion. He has worked with a lot of youth within the region. He has mentored so many youth. He has, especially in agri-business and climate action. So let's go to Mr. Lucas Omala. Lucas.
Okay, thank you so much for the great introduction. I'm Lucas Omala, an agri-tech innovator, and also a person who has been able to deal with youth entrepreneurship. And I'm also passionate about transforming farming systems through digital tools and agribusiness innovation and climate smart techniques. Having a background in statistics, I'm able to help young innovators to know how they can deal with their climatic actions and also to venture in agribusiness for their better help in the community and also to create impact in the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lucas. As we move on, we shall be joined with other colleagues of us, that is Fleria Difu and Meshak Msumba. So for the interest of time, I think I shall continue. As we move on, as I said, we are having 5 thematic sectors that we are going to discuss today. We have sustainable organic. We are going to know how the team work with farming communities on organic farming. We are also going to know about the practical benefits that have been seen from adopting the organic farming since they started. We are also going to understand how and what role do women and young girls in the communities promote the sustainable organic farming. The second thematic area that we are going to talk about is the climate smart agriculture and resilience. So under climate smart agriculture and resilience, we are going to know how climate smart technology techniques are being measured within our communities. We are also going to know how local communities adapt climate shocks such as floods. I understand the background of the panelists is from the flooding areas. We're going to know how do they adapt the shocks of climate impacts like floods and droughts. We are also going to know their views on the intersection between climate adaptation and gender inequality in agriculture, how women are being empowered with stronger community resilience according to climate and agriculture. And then finally, we are also going to hear from Mr. John how the country or the governments integrate with climate in local agricultural policies, how policies are being formed, how do they integrate the policies in agriculture and in climate. Thereafter, the third thematic area would be the blue circular economy and the marine resources. Under the blue circular economy and marine resources, we are going to see how the blue circular economy contributes to sustainable livelihoods along Kenya coastal, especially from where the panelists come from, that is the western region of Kenya along Lake Victoria. We are also going to know how young people, especially women and young girls, how do they participate in blue economy activities? And finally, we are also going to hear from Mr. John how the policies that are being embedded, how do you ensure the policies of blue economy projects don't harm the local ecosystem? And then finally, we are going to talk about youth engagement and policy advocacy. So from on the youth engagement and policy advocacy, we shall have to hear from the panelists how policy standpoint, what opportunities exist for youth who are in agriculture and what are the decision making. We are also going to learn how digital tools strengthen the youth advocacy and policy engagement. So as we start on sustainable organic farming, under sustainable organic farming, I will start with Mr. John. John, you've worked closely with farming communities. So can you please tell us what practical benefits have you seen from adopting organic farming methods? So let us know issues on soil health. Tell us about the reduced input costs or any other issues that you, as a specialist in this section, that you've learned or you've seen. John?
For me, maybe as the moderator has said, we have been working with the farmers in this kind of situations. And now we see with the type of technology that is they are lacking in how they can detect their soils, so that they can have a good return on investment for this. And when you look at this also in the policy issues, in the government of Kenya, maybe there are no good policies that govern this and how they can help in the infrastructure. And also when you go to the climate part of it, on soil health and also the reduced input costs. Here we have some issues with the input. The inputs that farmers will be using are so expensive, and now it's sometimes very difficult for them to afford the inputs, and hence now having lower production because of the higher cost of inputs. And these are the things that maybe can be implemented by having laws that and policies that can govern in this, so that it can help move further and help the farmers' production in a higher level. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, John. Okay. If I may add something on the issue of input costs. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge to many young people across the country, where you find that they really want to venture into farming activities, but due to high cost of input, high cost of inputs, you find that they cannot venture into farming because of poor outcomes that they may get. So as we move to Mr. Lucas, so Lucas Omala, how can come up clearly and explain to us how can we make sustainable farming economically viable for young farmers? How can we make sustainable farming economically viable for young farmers in Kenya? Yes, Lucas. Yes, Lucas, we cannot hear you. Please unmute.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, for me, I can say that we have a different aspect there that youth can incorporate in their farming, whereby we have the use of climate smart agriculture practices that can be used by youth in order to increase production and create an impact to the community. We have the use of we have being that we come from flood prone areas, which is Budalangi constituency in western part of Kenya. There is and also the high increase in population rate. There is a pressure on the arable land, whereby there is diminishing arable land in the area, so that youth now can base in climate smart practices where there is no tillage or less land to till. We have some of the practices like use of mandala gardens, use of sack gardens, and also being that we are prone to flood, and also we are hardly hit by the drought. There is a use of green technology where youth use solar systems for irrigation systems, and also by the user coming from an area that is very much close to the Lake Victoria and also the Vanzoia. There is an infestation of water hyacinth, where I've seen youth converting the water hyacinth into organic fertilizer that they now use in order in order for them they use the organic fertilizer from composted from the water hyacinth, so that they can reduce the cost on the organic fertilizers that are very high in prices, and also to increase the output and also the profit, so that they can make an impact on their community. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. You've said something on floods, and when floods affect our region, you find that the most affected people are women. So we have women and children are the most affected with natural disasters like floods. So we also have women and young girls who are playing a big role in promoting the sustainable organic farming practices, where you find that these are the people who are hands-on, the women, because most of them you find that they are not employed. So the only employment activity that they do is engaging in kitchen gardens where they use organic manure and preparing the organic manure. We found that some women are embracing the mentorship, where you go to a community, you find women mentoring youths on how to do organic farming. And also with the current 2010 constitution in Kenya of land access, now women can now own a land. So you find that those women who have lands are really embracing organic farming within the community. So when we move on to the next thematic area, that is the climate smart agriculture resilience. Under the climate smart resilience, we are going to highlight the climate smart technology and techniques that are measurable or that are impacting the young farmers within our community. We are also going to see how from the field experience that the panelists have, how are the local communities adapting climate shocks such as floods and drought. So as we move on to Mr. John, you work closely with the government in issues to do with the climate smart agriculture and resilience. John, how can the county governments and even the national governments integrate climate adaptation into local agricultural policies? John? So you.
Okay, the kind of policy, this is a must, and at where I am now, we are doing the same. But yeah, we're looking about the bioeconomy policies integration for sustainability, which is we are doing some policy here. So it's all about agriculture and how it can be implemented at the county level. Though there are some challenges of the policy implementation, but now we should come up with a higher advocacy on policy formulation to protect this agriculture products, smart agriculture farming. This, I think, can generally help in climate smart farming and policy formulation that can be of help to the farmers and also the young people who are coming in on board in climate smart agriculture farming in Kenya. Thank you. You know, I'm in another meeting, but now it's okay. I got that one.
Okay, thank you. Maybe Lucas, from your point of view, what are the opportunities? You can also touch on the opportunities that exist for digital innovators or digital innovation to strengthen the farmer climate resilience. Lucas.
Thank you so much. When we talk on digital innovation, here we talk about the digital tools that help farmers and agribusiness. So we can talk of weather forecast. We have crop advisory apps. We have got the market information, and also we have a case example where in our area we have youth from Rwambua. They use apps like Digifarm to manage pests and also connect to buyers. For example, we have also an example of Shamba Shape Up online, which provides tailored advice for farmers. It's a widespread in the whole country, Kenya, and also we have also in Busia, where youth collect data via mobile apps to optimize irrigation and pest control. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucas. So the mobile apps that are used mainly on climate smart agriculture, we have organizations like Calro. You've mentioned Shamba Shape Up, of which so many youth are leveraging on these platforms so that they can at least get good outcomes from their organic farming. So as we move on under the blue circular economy and marine resources, you people we are coming from the lake regions. We are surrounded and we're coming along Lake Victoria, where blue economy is one of the key activities that is taking place across blue economy. So we want to know how the blue circular economy contributes to sustainable livelihoods in Kenya, especially on the coast and lake regions. We're also going to see how women and young girls participate in blue economy activity, because you find that from the region that we are coming from, the population of women is about 70% compared to the population of men. So the women are the most affected, and they are the key people who are really participating in the issues to do with the blue economy and marine resources. So as we move on, we can also talk about on the policies. How do policies ensure that the blue economy projects don't harm the ecosystems? That is, for example, the environment, the life underwater, and so on. So we shall also talk about on the innovation or the innovative aspect under the business models that makes the blue circular economy attractive to young entrepreneurs. So you found out under blue economy, we have a chain of inputs. There are those who are doing, for example, when we base on climate and agriculture, we have youths who are doing the black soldier flies farming as an input of fish feeding under blue economy. We have those who are doing marine litter. There's a lot of activities that are being undertaken under blue circular economy. So as we move on, maybe Lucas, I'll get back to you as an innovator under the innovator under the business models. What is exactly can it be done under the blue economy to attract youth entrepreneurs? So what innovative business models can make I can put it can make the blue circular economy attractive to youth entrepreneurs? Lucas.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
When we talk of the innovative business models, then
Yeah.
we are talking of how we can make these young entrepreneurs to run their businesses whereby they inject the amount injected in their business is slightly lower than what they harvest after the circular period of the harvest. Right. The ideas include like fish feed, which are can be made from the kitchen waste by use of introduction of black soldier flies, which are feed on a waste that is a biodegradable waste from a kitchen. We have biodegradable waste from market centers that are used in order to produce a high protein insect larvae that is a source of protein in order to reduce pressure on the existing grain protein, which is soybean. We also have algae which are used for animal feeds. The example of algae. Then we also have the lemna, and we also have the blackweed, which are used as a source of protein to animal feeds. Then we also have the fish leather crafts industries. We need our youth to venture in the fish leather industries, whereby we come from the lake region, and we have a lot of fish produced, and from the lake and also from the fish cages. We find out that we can use the opportunity to create an income for our youth in leather and crafts industry, and also the youth in our area Budalangi are trying to adapt these models by combining eco-enterprises with digital marketing to reach urban buyers. We have examples of aquaponics and Miramar Aquaponics in Kisumu, which integrates fish and vegetable for market sales. In this case, we can have like integrated farming, where the water from the fish, we have the response or the earthen ponds, so that the water from the fish, when they have they get dirty by the fish from the ammonia that is produced by fish, can be channeled into a lemna pond, earthen pond, so that they can get purified, or an earthen pond that is where we have blackweed. They can be purified so that the circular flow of water to reduce maybe water loss and also other issues. And also we have the youth groups which produce tilapia. They feed on recycled organic waste, which is of high impact and also reduce the costs of production, making it better and easier way for the youth to use the innovative and circular economy that in turn attract those entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Lucas. So circular economy, from what Lucas has said, from the aquaponic, from the BSF farming to the fish feeds production using the insect protein compared to plant protein, all these contribute to sustainable livelihoods of youths and young women within the coastal region. So as we move on, we have some regulations that have been put in place, the policies that ensures the blue economy projects don't harm the ecosystem. John, can you please explode on that, Mr. John? Okay.
I was inside the. What was the question?
John, we just wanted you to explode on the policies that have been put in place to ensure that the policies that ensure that the blue economy projects don't harm the local ecosystems. They don't harm the local ecosystems.
Okay, so for the blue economy policies, I think this is a project that I've been worked on because as soon as and since blue economy is a key thing, there are some projects that are running that help the marine litter, the fishing method, and the fish size of the lakes. Though it's somewhat there's corruption, so that some things do not go well in that way. And you find that sometimes they do fishing of the smaller fish, which also is bringing more problems and bringing for the stock, the ending of fish in the lake. So I think for the policy that we implemented in the blue economy, we must still have to come up more strongly on advocacy and also on how this can be implemented through the county governments and also the national governments and the ministry concerned. But this is the thing that will be.
Okay, thank you, John. You've talked about advocacy. So under youth engagement policy and advocacy, so how are you, what are the opportunities that exist for youth to influence agriculture decision making? What are these policies or the standpoints or the opportunities that exist for youth to influence agricultural decision making? John?
I think the policies, there are gaps that exist for the youth. Like now we have the Nyota program that youth can also tap in and then do some agriculture activities that can engage them, and this can give them some profit. We have also some programs that only targets youths, and if you look at the internet or anywhere, you see the youth have a lot of resources that are targeting young people in doing. So I think youth lack the civic education programs, so that they can also benefit and get more on the agriculture sector, which is the backbone of the economy of everywhere. I think we run agriculture in the national GDP. Perspective low. The number of youths, the percentage of that are participating are very few because of the lack of the civic engagement and how agriculture of help to them.
Okay, yes, sure. Okay, we have other opportunities like the youth councils. So when we do the advocacy, we encourage the youths to join the youth councils where they can raise their voices on matters that are concerning the youth. We also, as youth, participate in issues like stakeholder forums, whereby we find that those youths who are in organic farming or those youth who are in climate action, they come up with forums. They hang on such forums to give out their views and also network and learn more from others. We have budgeting, when the budget, like participating in budgets of issues to do like climate resource allocations, agribusiness resource allocations, and so on. So as we move on digital tools strengthening, so under youth advocacy and policy engagement, Mr. Lucas, you can also expound on how can digital tools strengthen the youth advocacy and policy engagement. Youth advocacy and policy engagement through issues like social medias, data storytelling. Come on, Lucas, please.
Okay, thank you so much. When we talk on how digital tools may be strengthen advocacy policy and engagement for youth, you find out that we have in Kenya, we have been having boardroom meetings where youth are not given an access to air their views. So we have different digital platforms where youth can give where young people are given the power to voice their concerns and mobilize others quickly. For example, there is a use of WhatsApp. We have a use of Facebook groups to organize cleanup campaigns and also petition leaders on floods with flood response actions in Budalangi, which has recently happened 2 years ago. And also with social media campaigns, we can have online surveys and also data storytelling, where youth can influence policy without needing the physical boardrooms, which they might not be invited to attend a lot and give their views. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. On the issue of impact and sustainability and future outlook. So for this to create an impact or the impact to be felt, we need to have measurable impacts. What exactly you as youth from the communities, what have you seen from the youth-led sustainable farming initiatives in your regions? We have issues like job creations jobs that have created under climate smart agriculture, under organic agriculture. So from you, maybe Mr. John, can you measurable impacts on measurable among youths within your. You can go first, maybe John.
Lucas can go as a
Thank you.
Moki.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. When we talk of the impact, we have one clear impact of income growth among the participating youth. For example, the use of green energy, where there's a use of solar for irrigation and youth group. There is a doubled production all year round, and also the sales and markets. The sales in the markets has also increased, whereby it has created job and steady income to the youth who are practicing the agribusiness. We can also talk of on women and girls groups, where they're running kitchen gardens and tree nurseries in places like we have a group running tree nursery in Musoma, in Budalangi. We have also helped families to switch healthier foods, whereby we have they've been able to access healthy and organic care from the kitchen gardens. And also we have this initiative have also strengthened confidence and leadership among the young women in the community. When we talk on the being that we come from the lakeside region and the main economic activity being aquaculture, we also have youth who are practicing aquaculture and those in fish cage farming and pond farming. They have also reduced, helped to reduce pressure on the wild fish, whereby they can now concentrate on rearing fish in a fish cage rather than going for the wild caught. It gives also time for the wild fish to multiply, and also it has brought the new income streams to the household, and more families now have access to fish for nutrition, and youth are now becoming role models for climate smart livelihoods. And also when they are practicing the fish farming using the fish cages. They use solar panels, and also there are some also they are trying to initiate or planning to come up with the automatic feeding systems, whereby it is integrated with the AI in order to reduce risks when feedings make it reduces costs. It also makes the feeding easier for them, and also it will create some impact on the youth, and also it will make some maybe other local communities to to accept and embrace the technology? Thank you.
Thank you for that. So we also have we also have some things that keep the young people motivated when it comes to sustainability of their activities. So issues like mentorship, we find that so many youth still need mentorship. Those are the trainings on matters to do with the climate and even organic farming. You find that the mentorship sessions currently with the digital in the digital era, if such materials can be put online, so this youth can benefit from such mentorships. We have other issues like peer networkings. Youth can network with other youths in other countries, other youths in the first world countries, and see how they are conducting their issues. So as we move on, John, can you finalize on this under the impact and sustainability and the future outlook? John.
Okay. I think for sustainability for the young people and also the general people, we need to do, as you have said, we need to on something like a mentorship, trainings, capacity building, and also coaching of young people on how they can invest in maybe in agriculture and all these kind of sustainable programs that can help them move further. So this approach that must be implemented by the stakeholders, like we as like organization, though sometimes we lack the capacity and resources to do those things, like mentorship to young people, like the one in our organization. We have them more, but we lack resources to mentor them and also to sustain them in how they can develop more skills, how they can be venture into agriculture and other resources. And some youth are still green in some other issues. They haven't interacted with some things, and we need to enlighten them in this sustainable entrepreneurship. This can help. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, panelists. I think we reached the end of our session, and we can take it back to in-host. Thank you.